welcome back, Police Simulator Patrol Officers fans. I'm Simulator Dirk, and I will be pressing any key to continue. Welcome back, officer. I will be continuing my career. Brighton Police are ready and waiting to take your call. A highly skilled team of crack officers waiting for you to call 911 with your urgent emergencies. Alright, let's go, let's go, let's go! Lights and sirens on.
Okay, what's going on? Can you hear me? Okay, what's going on?
I have some pain.
Can you hear me?
I have some pain.
Okay, great.
I think I
We need to get you to the ambulance anyway. We need to get you to the ambulance anyway. Can you walk on your own? Can you walk on your own?
Yes, I can do that. I'll go to the ambulance. I can do that. I'll go to the ambulance.
Hello, Simulator Dirk here. Officer Simulator Dirk, if you don't mind, is back. We're here to protect and serve, and we are continuing our night shift from the last episode. Now that there's less vehicles on the road, let's actually get in our car and not do the Australian thing of going to the right hand side of the car. Now we're in Brighton. Jesus. What do we have here? That's why you don't park too close to the corners, kids. Alright, that's valid, but it's way too close to the car. Alright, so we are going to send this guy a ticket for parking too close to the crosswalk. And we're also going to get to...
4561. I'll handle the accident. That needs towing. Can you send a tow truck to my current location, please?
All tow trucks are on call at the moment. We'll send one to your location as soon as possible.
No. I'll turn my lights off. Why are my lights not turning off? Now my controller is not working at all. I'll reset my controller. You know why? You know why? Because I got in the Australian side again. That's handy if you've got multiplayer. There we go. Oh my god, that's terrible. Yes, it is first thing in the morning when I'm recording this episode my time, but it also shows you how often I don't drive the cars. Oh, this thing handles like a whale. And it's about to set sail. I can't even have it in a straight line. There's another one that's too close to the sidewalk. So it's Monday morning, that's fine, but you are way too close. No, not the taser, you numpty. There's got to be an easier way. No. Put her back in. No. Alright, that's valid, but you're too close to the sidewalk. To the crosswalk.
I have a vehicle that needs towing. Can you send a tow truck to my current location, please?
All tow trucks are on call at the moment. We'll send one to your location as soon as possible.
I haven't got my headlights on. How do I do that? Yes, I'm not really going after parking on this episode, even though I have seen quite a few vehicles that have broken various rules. I think this car in front of me's got a really loud engine. Engine! Alright, let's get out of the vehicle. Hello, currently detaining you because of your driving. I saw you
I
speeding.
pulled you over for violating the speed limit.
Oh, really? I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry, officer.
Okay, I need you to step out of the vehicle for me, please.
Out of your car and move to the sidewalk, please.
Because she was 41 miles an hour in a 35 zone on the main street there. Now, I may not have done it right, so the system recognises it. Let's see. Alright, can I see your ID and proof of insurance, please?
I need to see your driver's license and registration, please.
Yeah, sure, officer.
Any officers available? We need assistance.
I'm taking care of another issue at the moment.
Okay. Okay, Jane, rather, ever been in trouble with the police before? We will be checking you on the police computer. That license is valid. Okay, insurance invalid. No warrants. ID status valid. Driver's license, yes. Has a little bit of a history, but not much. Okay, because you have been the driver of a motor vehicle, I do require you to undergo a drug and alcohol test without delay. That's fine. Drug test. She's driving under the influence of meth. Hello. Okay. Your drug test has come back positive for meth. You're under arrest for driving under the influence of meth. You're not obliged to say or do anything.
The reason why you're under arrest is because you were driving under the influence of narcotics.
And we can't stack charges.
Please, don't do that.
Okay, because you have been arrested, you will now be searched. She's got gum and car keys. Alright. Now I'll be taken back to the station. There will be another drug test and you'll be interviewed in relation to your speeding.
I need some backup here to take a suspect into custody.
Understood. We're sending the closest transport to your location.
Now this is actually one of the improvements that they've made that I haven't really seen yet because I don't really do car shifts, is that instead of needing to find a parking space to pull over, they will actually stop where they can. So she stopped in the middle of the road and I picked a quieter road.
There's a situation that needs taking care of. Anybody available?
I'm currently busy with another issue.
This is going to be interesting because I don't know if I did the speed detection properly, even though I did see her at 41 miles an hour in a 35 zone. Will the system recognise that? We'll see what happens when we finish processing her. Now, there were some sections there where the car seemed too noisy, but it may have been other cars that were around her, because when I got her on her own on the side street, it wasn't as loud. So, where's our prisoner transport? Is that? Yep, that's them. Right behind me. Oh, are they coming? No. That's where it would be nice, where if I'd be able to grab her and take her over to the van myself, that would be really nice. But we can't seemingly do that for the moment. So if I try and... Yeah, that's definitely them. Hello? Maybe if I quickly turn my lights off and move forward a fraction, even though I shouldn't do this, just... And just move forward a smidgen. That might allow them to...
Hey partner, I just parked near you. I'll be at your location soon. Okay, partner. I'm here to take the suspect into custody.
Thank you.
Please cooperate and come with me to the patrol car.
Well, I didn't
At your
lose...
service, officer.
Justified pullover request, justified detainment for speeding, justified ID check, justified negative for alcohol, positive for drugs, justified handcuffing, justified body search, justified transport request. Alright, so now that we're here, and it's usually only them behind me, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to search the vehicle now, because she had meth in her system. Oh, we found a switchblade. Hello. Now we just searched that one, and we should find a switchblade again. No items. A stiletto. One stiletto. I noticed the thing with the number plate still happening, where the number plate doesn't, or the license plate doesn't follow the rest of the vehicle. No items. And no items. Right, we'll get a tow now. Radio, roster tow required to my location.
I have a car here that needs towing. Please send a tow truck to my current location.
Tow truck will be at your location as soon as possible.
Alright, so we'll just wait here. We'll keep our lights on. It's an awesome looking car, but just the handling. I don't know if it's because of how my controller is. I have had suggestions in other games where sometimes it's actually easier, and I don't know how to use a keyboard to drive, especially when it's like a bus driving game, an old bus driving game. Omzi, I'm looking at you. So if I turn my emergency lights off, are they going to go around me? Probably not. They can't. So there's that camera view. Camera view. Wish there's some way you could get rid of the text, because that would be a good screen cap. Maybe there is a way to hide the maybe there is a way to hide the UI, I'm not sure. So if the tow truck's coming from behind me, at the moment it's not. Oh, you could get so many good screen caps if the UI was not visible. Alright, so is the tow included on that? No. So what I have to do, if I want to do a screen cap save this car, is make it where the main part isn't visible, it hasn't got text all over it, and then I can cover the rest. You know what? I feel like, because the other car's there behind me anyway, I feel like letting them babysit the tow.
Support required. Any officers available?
I'm not anywhere near Jefferson.
Another issue at the moment.
Oh, there's the tow truck. Oh, got the traffic report, so that's good. Is that an underglow or is that just the headlights? Can you imagine if I think that's just headlights that I saw there. Oh, turn that off. Alright, I'm going to keep it on this taxi. How you doing, taxi?
We need support. Who's available?
Taking care of another issue at the moment.
Because I don't know what the speed limit is, meow. Hopefully that wasn't me. So I think this.
Assistance is requested for an emergency. Please respond.
I'm taking care of another issue at the moment.
I don't know where Beaumont Landing is in relation to me. So if I'm in Brianna and thereabouts, they should only be calling me for jobs that are in my immediate area, I reckon. How much parking am I ignoring because I'm in a car? It'd be nice, just nice if this thing could steer in a straight line without me having to I'm not going to turn around and chase that taxi just because he didn't use a turn signal. Like, it's a thing you can get someone additional for. He's not even close enough to the corner yet to use a turn signal. Like, I'm trying not to make this I'm not trying to make this parking warden simulator or parking police simulator, but it's so much nicer being on foot compared to in the car. The car's a struggle. The car is an absolute struggle.
We have a traffic stop that needs to be handled.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I can take that.
So it's not an emergency, so I still have to obey the road rules, stop at traffic lights, etc. Is that a one-way street? No. I am going to get every red light though. It's a... They should call it something like, not use traffic stop, but use, go to traffic operation or something like that. It's not an emergency, so I don't have permission to break the rules, go through traffic lights, etc. See, it handles like a whale. Alright, here's our traffic stop location.
I've reached the traffic stop.
Actually, what I should do, headlights off, emergency lights on. Alright. Now we'll turn our flashlight off and we'll get our sign out. Trying to get a nice shot of you with your sign, buddy. So I don't know whose car that is. And why he's not doing anything. Seem to be, apart from the people who are doing prisoner transports, I seem to be the only vehicle in town doing any police work. You do hear the occasional person on the radio saying that they're doing other jobs, but you never see them. You never see other police vehicles actually driving around. Now, I've got to say, multiplayer is a different thing. I don't do multiplayer. So, you know, maybe that's a different thing. And there are some things in Police Officer Simulator. There we go. Police Officer Simulator that are easier multiplayer rather than single player. So there's a lot of effort to create all this, and then there's nobody here. We've had one car and we weren't quick enough to stop it because we'd only just arrived. There's been absolutely no cars down here at all. Looks like it could be a fairly busy road. It's a wide 2-lane road plus a lane for parking. The cars are reasonably well modelled. I just don't like the handling. Now, the ability to stack charges is a thing that is a work in progress and is coming. Don't know exactly when, but it is coming. And that will be so good, and that will that'll breathe new life into it as well, where you go, okay. A classic example was that lady that I pulled over for speeding earlier. She ended up going back to the big house because she was driving under the influence of meth. Yes, that's one thing. The original thing I pulled her over for was speeding. That's another thing. Her insurance was invalid. That was another thing. We searched the car. We found a switchblade. That's another thing she can go for, a prohibited weapon. But the only thing that it would only let me arrest her for one thing, and that one thing that I arrested her for was the driving under the influence of meth. Now, some people would put up a graphic here and would say 5 minutes later, but I don't do that sort of stuff, so. So it will be a waste if I drive all the way over here and not one single car through the checkpoint. Like we're far enough back away from the previous intersection that you could look down here and go, oh, there's a police checkpoint, I'm not going down that far. I wonder if I'd get copyright struck, I should say. Get a copyright strike if in Australia we've got a television show called Random Breath Testing, or RBT for short. And what it is about is this sort of thing, like doing traffic stops, pulling people over, having static spots like this where you test people for drugs and alcohol. And unlike in Police Officer Simulator, you can actually do it with the person in their vehicle. So you don't have to order them out of the car to do the test. It's quite routine. In Australia, in the part of Australia that I'm in, New South Wales, we've had that since 1980. You know, it's got more mature over time. It was just alcohol originally, but now the equipment's quite schmick, quite high tech. You can just talk into the device for the alcohol test. So you actually don't need to blow into the tube, you just talk into it. A lot of places tell you to count to 10. And then that gives you a rating. Now, if they'll ask you, have you had any alcohol recently? And if the answer to that question is yes, or they can smell it, they'll put the tube on because that gives you a better rating. But your first point of call will be just talk into it, and if it picks up alcohol, well, they'll put the tube on and that'll get another test. But they've got this really cool, it sounds like a poker machine in a way, and on the screen there's a graphic that's randomly generates numbers in a like a scrolling or a ticking way until they put up what the person's actual reading was, just randomly, or if it's a drug test, it'll just be random letters until it comes up negative or positive. And sometimes they'll cut away from it. Oh, hang on, we've got a customer here. Yeah, that's valid. Hello, you've been detained for a traffic stop.
Just do as I say and cooperate for a routine control.
I'm cooperating, officer.
Thank you. We'll just get him out of the vehicle to start with, then we can do all this on the sidewalk. Now step out of the vehicle, please, sir.
I'd like you to leave your car and go to the sidewalk.
And that really helps with noisy vehicles too, by the way. Oh, look at him staggering. Okay, just to start with, I'll need to see ID and proof of insurance, please.
I'd like to see your ID and car insurance, please.
Here you go, officer.
Moon Gandhi. Alright, that's valid. Never been in the trouble with the police before, Moon. We'll be checking on the police computer. Look at him, he's all over the place. ID valid, driver's license no. Registration insurance valid. Why doesn't he have a driver's license? Just need to see that ID
Show me
again,
your
please.
ID and proof of insurance if available, please.
Here you go, officer.
Now, this doesn't come up very often, but that's not a driver's license. That's ID. That's just his ID. Alright, because I've pulled you over for routine traffic stop, we'll require you to go a drug and alcohol test without delay. Oh, you're over the limit. Okay. We'll do the drug test. And he was driving under the influence of ecstasy, THC. We can't get him for both, so we'll get him for the first one, which was the driving under the influence of alcohol. I'm now placing you under arrest for driving under the influence of alcohol and also cannabis. Or was cannabis rather than not ecstasy.
I have to arrest you for drinking and driving. It's against the law.
What?
You're over the limit. Because you have been arrested, I will now be searching you. Satin gloves, cigarettes, napkins, and a Ninja Star. Now, Ninja Stars apparently aren't illegal. Prisoner transport required, radio.
Backup requested to take a suspect into custody. I repeat, backup requested.
Copy that. The nearest available unit will be sent to your current location.
So with some of these big operations where I'm from in Australia, they'd also have a bus or a mobile communication centre.
I'll be arriving at your location soon.
And what they'll be able to do is take him back to the bus, do all the paperwork.
I'll take the suspect directly into custody.
Thank you.
I need you to be cooperative and follow me to the patrol car.
I have no choice.
So we're going to search the vehicle. We found some marijuana. So they would be taken back to the bus, all the paperwork would be done there, and then the second test, oh, he's got more marijuana there, so if we were able to stack the charges, that would also be included. More marijuana and a switchblade. This guy's a mobile crime wave. More marijuana. Alright, we'll get this vehicle towed. And plus there would have been the issue about the driver's license too. Radio, tow truck required, my location.
I have a car here that needs towing. Please send a tow truck to my current location.
A wrecker will be there in a couple of minutes.
There's the wrecker. Because that leaves that space free, plus it also takes all the evidence. So our first customer, it was very successful. Lots of marijuana, a switchblade, driving under the influence of cannabis, driving under the influence of alcohol, and a dodgy driver's license. Hello driver, you're being detained for a routine traffic stop.
Please comply with my instructions and cooperate for a routine inspection.
We need assistance.
I'm
I'm
cooperating,
taking
officer.
care of another issue at the moment.
Thank you. Just need you to step out of the vehicle for me, please.
Slowly step out of the car and move to the sidewalk, please.
Alright. Alright, this is purely routine, but I will need to see your driver's license and proof of insurance,
Let me
please.
have a look at your license and registration, please.
Okay, officer. There you
Now,
go.
interestingly, in Australia, at least, we actually aren't required to carry our insurance details with us because they're all on the police computers anyway. That's valid. Yeah, because the previous one was just his ID. It wasn't his driver's license. So he'll go for that too. That's all good. Thank you. Ever been in trouble with the police before? We'll be checking you on the police computer. ID valid. Driver's license valid. No warrants. Insurance invalid. Which is weird because he just had the thing with him. We'll just let him go on that. Not reported stolen. Haven't seen any stolen cars yet. Don't know if that is actually a thing yet. Okay, because I have stopped you for a routine traffic stop, we'll require you to undergo a routine drug and alcohol test without delay. That's fine. And the drug test. Don't know why it's a blowing sound. And that is both fine. And you're good to go. Thanks for your cooperation.
We're finished here. You're free to go. Have a nice day and take care.
So that's the one that we just did. Now the previous one, that's the vehicle search. And this is the previous one. Pull over request, detainment, ID check, duplicate because I needed to double check something. Justified DUI, test for drugs and alcohol, handcuffing, body search, and transport request.
Officer?
Hello driver, you're being detained for a routine traffic stop.
You're required to cooperate with a routine check.
Is anything wrong, officer?
No, just purely routine. I smell alcohol. Just need you to step out of the vehicle for me, please.
Please step out of the vehicle and walk to the sidewalk.
Oh, you're going to go that way? Alright. Okay. This is purely routine, but I need to see your ID and proof of insurance,
I need
please.
to see your ID and proof of insurance, please.
Sure, officer. Here you go.
Okay, your license is valid. Yep, that's valid too. Okay, that's fine. Ever been in the trouble with the police before? We'll be checking on the police computer. ID valid, license valid, no warrants, insurance and registration are valid. So that's good. Okay, routine traffic stop will require you to undergo a drug and alcohol test without delay. Now the reason why I say drug and alcohol test, yep, you're just under, because it's 0.08. Oh, if that was where I'm from, which is 0.05, he would have been over, but it's 0.08 here, so he is just under. Oh, you are so lucky, my friend. Oh, he's driving under the influence of meth. Alright. You're now under arrest for driving under the influence of meth. You're not obliged to say or do anything. You're now
being
under arrest
for driving under the influence of narcotics.
And he was so close to going for alcohol as well.
Please, no.
Alright, because you have been arrested, I will now be searching you, and I will also be searching your vehicle. So the reason I say drug and alcohol test in that order isn't because that's procedure or whatever, it's because that's what we call it at my real place of employment. They're drug and alcohol tests, not alcohol and drugs. Even though alcohol was way before drugs. It's just the way that they usually say it in procedures now. Hello, we found a switchblade, snacks, makeup, a switchblade and car keys. Alright, you'll be taken back to the station. Your vehicle will also be searched. Radio, can I have a prisoner transport, please?
Backup requested to take a suspect into custody. I repeat, backup requested.
Copy that. The nearest available unit will be sent to your current location.
Thanks, Radio. And the good thing is now, on earlier episodes, it was only possible to handcuff somebody with their hands in front of them. Having them to the hands behind is a lot more realistic in many cases.
I'll take charge of the suspect, partner.
Thank you.
What's up, officer?
Please cooperate and come with me to the police van.
Thank you.
I have no choice.
True that. So while all this is going on, we'll do a vehicle search. And we found another switchblade. Oh, we found a handgun and a switchblade. Hello. So he's going for 2 switchblades, a gun, and driving under the influence of meth. Did we do this side already? I think we did. Oh, yes, we did. Oh, no, we didn't. Lighter, pocketbook, and some plastic. Alright. Radio, roster tow required at my location, offender in custody.
I have a vehicle here for towing. Can you send a tow truck to my current location?
Tow truck will arrive at your location shortly, officer.
Alright, we'll let him through. So we've done 3 people and 2 of those are in custody. And sometimes that can be the case. Sometimes you can go all night and not get anybody. Now the amount of... So just to look at that one. Oh, that's the vehicle search. And below that will be the actual traffic stop, pullover request, ID, detainment, drug and alcohol test, handcuffing, body search, found an illegal item, and a transport request.
Dispatch here. We have an emergency. Any available officers, please respond.
Okay, our vehicle stop is over.
I'm taking care of another issue at the moment.
Oh, no it's not. No it's not. No it's not. It's just because that other job came through. It would be nice to say, okay, I'm dealing with a traffic stop. I'm not available for any other calls. That would be nice. I thought that our thing was over, but it's not. But the other message just needed that part of the screen, real estate. So sometimes you could go all night and not get anybody, and then you're really busy. Now I wonder if down the track.
We have a situation that needs to be taken care of. Is anyone available?
I'm still busy, radio.
I'm currently busy with another issue.
So it'd be nice further on down the track if, say that first driver that I pulled over for speeding and it turned out to be driving under the influence, if I could take her back to the police station myself and then do all the paperwork and do the charges, etc. Now he should be able to see me. Thank you. Yep, that's good. Hello, I have detained you for the purposes of a routine traffic stop.
You're required to cooperate with a routine check.
This is such a waste of time.
Oh, failing the attitude test already. Need you to step out of the vehicle, please.
I'd like you to leave your car and go to the sidewalk.
So she's trying to throw me off the scent by saying that it's a waste of time. And she's slurring her words, which I haven't seen come up before. Okay, first of all, I need to see your ID, driver's license and proof of insurance, please.
Show me your ID and proof of insurance if available, please.
Here you go, officer.
Thank you. Alright, that's valid. Everyone's still 6'4". And that's valid. Ever been in trouble with the police before? We will be checking on the police computer. She sounds angry. ID valid, license valid, no warrants, insurance and registration valid. Alright, you have been detained for a routine traffic stop. Now require you to undergo a drug and alcohol test without delay. .012, so that's not very much at all, so that's well under the limit. Alright. The drug test now could be the interesting one. Okay, this is the drug test. Now, in reality, the drug tests take a little bit of time to come back. That's fine. Okay, you have had a little bit of alcohol, but you're not over the limit. Probably an idea not to be drinking and driving anymore. You're now free to go.
You're good to go. Drive safe and have a nice day.
So, despite her slurring her words, which may be for another issue, not just a it may be something other than alcohol. That's expired. Hello, driver. You've been detained for the purposes of a routine traffic stop. Oh no, my operation is over. So we're gonna have to go this route. Detain the car. Expired license plate.
I pulled you over because your license plate is outdated.
I totally forgot to get a new one. Thank you for reminding me. I'll take care of it.
Okay, I need you to step out of the vehicle for me, please.
Please exit the vehicle and step to the sidewalk.
So it was just in that stage where the operation was over, so it didn't recognise pulling over for a traffic stop, but her license, her license plate had expired. Her registration has expired. Alright. I need to see your ID, proof of insurance and license, please.
Let me have a look at your ID and insurance card, please.
Sure, here you go, officer.
Okay, that's...
Support required. Any officers available?
I'm taking care of another issue at the moment.
Okay, so no insurance, and I reckon her insurance should be valid anyway, because her registration isn't valid. Okay, ever been in trouble with the police before? We'll be checking on the police computer. Okay, registration and insurance invalid, so we can get her for both of those. ID valid, license valid, and no open warrants. Okay, while you're here, I need you to undergo a routine drug and alcohol test without delay. She's had a tiny amount of alcohol. And just a drug test.
We have an emergency. Who's currently available?
No.
I'm taking care of another issue at the moment.
Even though that is close, I don't know where I am now, so that's fine. Alright. We've got two problems here. First one is that your license plate has expired, and that also means your insurance is invalid. You'll be receiving tickets for those. Car, expired license plate, a ticket for that.
You're being charged and ticketed for between $50 and $250 for driving a car with an expired license plate.
Why does it cost so much?
I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. And that's going to be under... No, that's going to be under driver. No valid insurance.
I'm charging you for not having valid insurance.
Why does it cost so much?
We have a situation that needs to be taken care of. Is anyone available?
Alright, apart from that, you are free to go.
All clear. You're free to go. Stay safe and have a great day.
And she shouldn't be driving that vehicle.
I'm currently busy with another issue.
But I don't think I can impound the vehicle for that, so... So our traffic stop is over. So now's actually a pretty good time if I can get my dude to turn around and face me. It's actually a... Yeah, it's not what I wanted to do. Okay, look at your patrol car. It's a pretty good time actually to end the episode. I've been Simulator Dirk. You've been wonderful. We'll see you a bit later on. Thanks for watching and bye for now.
Okay, what's going on? Can you hear me? Okay, what's going on?
I have some pain.
Can you hear me?
I have some pain.
Okay, great.
I think I
We
was
need to get you to the ambulance anyway. We need to get you to the ambulance anyway. Can you walk on your own? Examination. Can you walk on your own?
Yes, I can do that. I'll go to the ambulance. I can do that. I'll go to the ambulance.